Welcome, folks, to Glendale, Arizona and State Farm Stadium, site of this year's Verbo Fiesta Bowl, which, of course, is part of the college football playoff. We've reached the semifinal stage, one last hurdle to clear before that national championship game. And today we're going to find out who's got the toughness and the depth to continue their drive and keep championship dreams alive. As we'll see the number 5 seed in this playoff, the LSU Tigers, taking on the top-seeded team in the playoff, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined by Kirk Herbstreit. It's been a tremendous college football playoff so far, and it's down to this, the semifinals. Which team will head on to the national championship game? The kickoff team is out there, and here we go with this playoff semifinal game. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense with 5 receivers now, empty backfield. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. And look, he's going to take a shot right away. Oh, and it's dropped. A chance for a big play here in the early going, but some jitters in the part of that receiver. Now it's second down here. They'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. Brought down after a solid run by the senior.
Chris, it feels good to see an LSU team be able to run the football when you know they're going to run. I mean, they've been doing that forever. Going all the way back to like Jacob Hester and Kevin Falk. His ability to run the ball and catch out of the backfield. Leonard Fournette. And, of course, Clyde Edwards.
Looking to throw it deep. And the ball is picked off. Look out. He's got some space. Running right through tacklers. That's a potential game changer, the pick and the big return.
Chris, you have all week to kind of find the matchups that you want. They clearly wanted to go after this defensive back. They looked at it, first drive of the game. They make the throw. It's just a poor decision, in my opinion, by this quarterback, and it cost him.
And the defense able to hold him there to a short gain. The Wolverines hustle to the line to run the hurry-up. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. They look to throw it here on second down. Pressure is coming. And he's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
Man, you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Here's a wide open receiver, complete. An explosive play moves the ball all the way down near the 25-yard line.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
The Wolverines come to the line to set a fresh set of downs. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. A gain of 2 yards. Now it's second down and 8.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
And he's able to find some running room. Nice pickup.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave him a chance at a really nice gain.
And they pick up the first on the ground. Picks up a gain here. They'll stop him just a few inches short of the first down marker.
Well, this guy did everything that he could to try to get to that first down marker. It looks like he's just going to be inches short, and it's decision time for the offensive coordinator and head coach.
The offense stays on the field, of course. It's 4th down and inches. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. This will fall incomplete and a turnover on downs.
Oh my gosh, a drop pass here on this 4th down play. Everything was perfect. The execution is there. The route is nice. The ball is on the money. All he has to do is catch it, and it's a first down, and he drops it. This one could come back to haunt him.
Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. Get him down, but that's a nice play. Moves the ball to the 33.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
Moving the receiver around pre-snap. First down. Looking to throw the football. Looking for his big tight end. Looks downfield and finds a receiver who worked his way wide open.
It was a great completion here. Quarterback puts this ball on the money. And when you talk about LSU and to talk about the history, it's easy to bring up Joe Burrow in 2019. Chris, you've been following this as long as I have. You know that when LSU is really dangerous, they get consistent play from the quarterback. It doesn't have to be Burrow, but just a guy that can be efficient, be a good leader, and complement the running game. And right now, you're starting to see that from this team. Good completion. Now, can you do it consistently? Because if you can, with the athletes they have around that position, they become a real threat.
LSU now operating in the red zone. Running with purpose. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Here comes the up-tempo offense. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. He's moving out of the pocket now. Oh, they've got him for a sack. A big play made by the junior.
Boy, how about the push up front by the big fellas here? And when you can get pressure like this, that's what separates good defenses from great defenses. And you think back to the Michigan teams, when they've been exceptional, they've had defensive line play just like that.
Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. Cannot connect. Incomplete, and now 4th down.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on 4th down.
So the decision is to not go for it, but settle for 3. Here comes the field goal team. This try is no good. And with that miss, the score will stay right where it is.
Now, that's going to go down as an empty possession for this offense. No points as he's off target. Now you can see he's hanging his head. That poor kicker.
Makes the catch for the defense. Breaks in the ball, and it's a short gain. And the Wolverines will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense. 2nd down, we're going to throw it. And he'll fling this one deep down the middle. And it's intercepted as he threw it into heavy traffic that time. Going the other way, can they catch him? Touchdown, LSU. And the defense joins the party with a pick 6. And the interception taken to the house, a big 6, potential game-changing play there.
Man, nothing gets a defense, and especially a defensive coordinator, more fired up than a pick 6. And let's not forget, give credit to some of those other defenders for making some key blocks to spring that touchdown loose.
And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. And he's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. It'll be interesting to see if this quarterback can bounce back. He threw a pick 6 in the last possession. Handoff here from the shotgun. Brought down at the 33. That's good enough to move the sticks.
Of course they're going to pick up the first down by running the football. You think about Michigan, you think so many legacy, incredible backs that they've had over the years. Tim Biakabatuka and Tyrone Wheatley and Leroy Horde. Man, so many good backs have come through Ann Arbor.
So here we go. First play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Here's the handoff. The gain is 2 yards, so it's 2nd and 8. Offense operating at high tempo now. No huddle. They'll change the pre-snap look now. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. He'll take a deep shot here. And that deep shot is caught for a big gain. Takes it all the way to the house. Touchdown, Wolverines.
Chris, how dangerous is this offense? Of course, you know about the receivers, those vertical shots, but here's an example. You give the ball to the running back out in space, takes it all the way to the end zone for a touchdown.
Kicking team out for the PAT try. And there's the point after. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. So no return here. He takes it in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. They need something out of this possession. The last time they settled for a field goal attempt, but then they missed it. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. Looking to make a big play downfield. The catch is made for a huge pickup. A big play moves the ball across midfield, the opponent's 43.
Well, how about that? Another LSU wide receiver makes a big-time catch for the Tigers offense. Oh, just a couple names to throw out. How about OBJ? How about Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase, who right now arguably two of the top receivers in the NFL, all from LSU. And watching this young man right here, he's hoping he's next in line.
Completion makes it 2nd down. From the shotgun, drops back. Trying to create outside the pocket now. Finds room at the 30. In a big game before he goes out of bounds, the offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
This is why I love the quarterbacks that can make things happen. Here you have an opportunity to try to create. Nothing's there. Play breaks down. Instead of just throwing it away, he sits back, sees nothing downfield, decides to be able to pick up the first down by himself. Impressive run to pick up the first to keep this drive moving.
And he's run out after a big gain. The offense has been set up with a first down and goal. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. They'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. PAT makes it a 7-point lead. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and will bring the football to the 25-yard line. And the Wolverines offense is back on the field. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. That one takes it across the 30-yard line. The Wolverines come to the line in the hurry-up. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. It's a short completion to the tight end. He's found some room at the 45. They finally get him down. It's a big gain. Ball moves to the 47.
Boy, Chris, you watch a completion like that, and with the efficiency, it makes you kind of think back to all the quarterbacks and receivers that they've had who've made it look this easy. Of course, you start with Tom Brady, but think of the year Brian Greasy had in 1997, that national championship year. Chad Henne going back to Elvis Burback and all the great receivers. So this is within their history, and it's good that they're leaning on it.
Quarterback appears to be changing the play. They look to throw it here on second down. Airing this one out toward the sideline. And the downfield shot is incomplete. Brings up third down.
A lot of times college football, the game comes down to just a play or two. And that's a missed opportunity by this offense. I wouldn't be surprised to see them try to come back to that same play in the second half.
Receiver makes the catch. He's tackled inside the 35. Picks up a first down.
Chris, there's a lot of pressure on this offense here early in this game. They're down early, third down and long. Nice job of protecting. The last thing they want to do is have to punt this ball away. So instead, quarterback has time. Nice throw, and it's a first down.
Second down play coming up for this offense. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Oh, the pass is picked off. It's a short return to make the tackle at the 25, but what a play for this defense.
Well, the quarterback ends up being a tad aggressive, and he ends up paying for it with a pick. I get that that might be part of his playing style, but there's a difference between being aggressive and being careless.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. They've got him. It's a sack from the defense.
It looked to me like the defense was surprised that the free safety was able to sneak up in there and come up with that nice sack.
Second and long from the 14. Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. Quarterback escapes the pocket. Scrambling. Now he'll make the throw. And it's intercepted as he threw it back across his body that time. Tackled after a short return to the 23. Nice play by this defense. And the Michigan offense back out on the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. And that run produces a decent gain. Second down here. Time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. That's the 2-minute warning in this close first half. The offense trying to score and claim the lead before the break. Second down play coming up. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Looking to pass here on second down. Caught quickly. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup was good enough to move the chains. First down. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? There's the handoff. Jukes to get past a man. He'll make it into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan. Well, this college football playoff game is all tied up. It's beginning to feel a little bit like a shootout.
Yeah, it is. It's a battle with the offenses. Both these teams right now executing flawlessly, and they're doing so with such high stakes, answering one score with another. Neither team is backing up 1 inch.
He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. And he's brought down at the 12. That's poor field position to start the drive. And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. And it's caught. In the clear at the 25. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. Potentially a touchdown-saving tackle, but not before a long completion.
Boy, nice job here by this offense, creating an opportunity for this receiver to excel after the catch. It's early in this game, so this defense better get their arms around this receiver because he could be a monster today. First down, looking to throw the ball. Looking to scramble.
And he just throws it away.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure. Just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Quarterback drops back. Here's the throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete as he just overthrew his receiver that time. The offense was moving well, but 2 incompletions sets up a 3rd and 10. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Lets it go quickly. What a job to lay out and make the catch. Offense moving backwards after that holding penalty. Crucial 3rd down play right here. Looking to throw it again. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Tackle made after a big gain.
You know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? Their own defense. And when I played, I used to have defensive guys come down and tell me when we'd have a long drive how much it would allow them to rest and go out and play dominant football.
Brought down, but the completion moves the ball inside the 10-yard line. Defense getting pushed back. The offense threatening now. 1st and goal. They'll try the ground game here with the running back.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in 3rd down. What's an offense doing on 3rd down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend 1st down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that 1st down.
Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. He's escaping the pocket now. Makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Kirk, they were backed up to start the drive, but some bold play calling, great execution, and he reached the end zone.
You know, it's easy to just kind of pull your horns in and get conservative when you're pushed way back close to your own goal line, but not this offense. They came out, showed the confidence that they have in their quarterback, and it paid off. Nice touchdown.
So the offense getting some momentum before halftime of the touchdown. Now they kick off in hopes the defense can get a quick stop. And this won't be returnable out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Just about 20 seconds remaining here in the half as they'll line up on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. Tackle made to the 41. That's a nice game getting closer to midfield. And a timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime.
Boy, another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback.
And he's going to stretch the defense, taking a deep shot here. Wow, a 3rd pick tonight by the QB. It's a short return. They make the tackle at the 25, but what a play for this defense.
This guy obviously did what he needed to do to get himself ready for this game. It's a favorable matchup. He's got a lot of confidence. He's already come up with 2 interceptions in this game alone. Locked in on what he needs to do to be in position and making plays for this defense.
So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. Quick throw to the left side. And it's complete downfield. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a 1st down.
Anytime you have a sudden change like this, Chris, I love to see the idea of this quick strike. The defense barely really has a chance to get established and get set. Next thing you know, they're dealing with an offense that's coming right at them, trying to put points on the board.
And it's incomplete with just 1 second remaining on the clock. Time running down, just 1 play left here in the half. After the incompletion, QB tries it again on 2nd and 10. They've got him. It's a sack. The defense will take some momentum to halftime after that one. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. All right, let's get the second half going now. The kickoff team is out there. Turn starts inside the 15. Brought down at the 29. That's where they'll start the drive. And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. And it's incomplete, even in a first down throw. He was under some heavy pressure. The Wolverines will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense. Back in motion now. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And he goes nowhere. Stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The offense now facing a 3rd and long from the 26. Got to avoid a mistake here. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. Bringing pressure. And the sack is made. That's a nice play there by the sophomore.
This is good pressure by the defense, but it just felt like the quarterback was holding on to the ball a little bit too long, which allowed the defense to get home.
Well, he's got a crease here. Look out. They finally get him down, but that's a solid return. Good work by the return man. And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. And the runner takes off to his right. Gets past the tackler into open space now. And he's brought down, but not before he gets first down yardage.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
Play action here on first down. Fires it to the wideout. Catch is made. Room to run here. Touchdown, LSU. Still no answer for this offense.
Chris, as you know, anytime you hit a big post route like this for a touchdown, the timing between the quarterback and the receiver is essential. Nice job of not waiting too long. Quarterback takes a hitch, gets the ball out early, and allows his receiver to run underneath the beautifully thrown football for the touchdown.
And the return starts just inside the end zone. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. And the Wolverines offense is back on the field. Are coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. Run it up the middle, but stuff for no gain. Offense cranking up the tempo now, no huddle.
How about this defense? Just so physical against the run. These guys have not been able to do anything on the ground, and it's because of that defensive line and those linebackers taking away the run game.
Receiver makes the grab. He saw it, but he gets out across the 25-yard line.
That's a nice completion here by this Michigan offense. And when Michigan is really clicking, you think about over the years, they've been efficient within that passing game, being able to throw the football to complement a very physical running game. Nice play.
And he's brought down after a short gain, does not make the first down yardage. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Looking for his big tight end. Another pick. Wow, that's the 4th tonight. They get him down after a short return, but interception. Gets the football back to the offense at the 36.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoffs. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
The pocket breaking down. That's incomplete, even on a first down pass attempt. He felt heavy pressure. Incompletion sets up a second down.
Well, this quarterback's having one of those games you just dream about. A lot of yards and a lot of touchdown passes. And in fact, he had open receivers again for another big play. The defense finally got pressure on him, or I think it would have been potentially another touchdown.
He's going to take off here. Runner scoots out of bounds after gaining decent yards.
Nice job of this defense taking away the primary receiver, even the second and third option. But the quarterback's legs are the difference. They almost kept him short, but instead, he gets that first down.
First down here for this offense. Quarterback pulls the ball. It's a keeper. The pickup is 5 yards, so it's second down and 5. The offense right to the line, playing with tempo now. Second down, looking to throw it. Looking for his big tight end. He's got an open man downfield, and it's caught. Touchdown, Tigers. To stretch the lead, the route is on. So they find the reliable tight end, and he makes the defense pay that time.
You know, the receivers a lot of times get most of the attention, but don't forget about how potent a tight end can be. When you've got a player like this who can run routes, get a serious weapon that they can utilize, and they just did right there.
Getting set to kick the ball off now. On the kickoff is hammered, sails out the back of the end zone for a touchback. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? They'll run it here. Breaking free at the 35. And they finally make the stop, but a huge gain. Moves the ball into enemy territory, down at the 49. Well, the big fella's Kirk flowing to the right there. The defense just has no answer. It's a huge gain.
Yeah, and what a patience there by the running back, just allowing those blocks to be set up there off to the right, and then once he saw the crease in the defense, accelerates through that hole to show you what kind of speed he has for a big gain and a first down.
Second and 10 here. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Pass is caught. Gets some space around the 30. All the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines. That's a crucial score. Let's see if they can build momentum and complete this comeback.
Well, I know they're still trailing, but that score is a great first step in trying to break down this lead. You don't want to leave it all to the fourth quarter when the pressure really intensifies and you have limited time.
And the quarterback dropping back. Sophomore trying to make a play, but put too much on the throw.
A great job here by the defense on this conversion. Nice heads-up play to prevent the two-point try.
Formation would indicate they're going to try the onside kick here. And the receiving team makes the recovery. The hands team does its job perfectly.
Well, Chris, as you know, this is one of the toughest things to do in all of football, trying to recover the onside kick. But let's give credit to the hands team there for coming down with that ball for the return unit.
Looking to throw it on first down. Heavy pressure, he lets it go. Just throws it away, but takes a big hit in the process. So after the incompletion, it's second down. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. He'll take a deep shot. Deep shot caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Stretching the lead. This one is getting ugly. But they try to add the lead now with the PAT. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. Trying to make a play from deep in his end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. And the Michigan offense back out on the field. Quarterback making some changes at the line. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Defense is coming after him. It's incomplete. It was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on 1st down.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
That play makes it 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. But they tackle him after just a 2-yard gain, so it sets up a 3rd and 8. And the Wolverines hustle to the line to run the hurry up. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. That's a bullet pass to the left side. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. And they'll bring him down, but this offense creates a huge chunk play.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the second half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
The guys up front lined up. It's 1st down. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. The pass rush closing in. And it's incomplete even on a 1st down throw. He was under some heavy pressure. Incomplete. 2nd down coming up. And he drops back in the gun. He's going for a big play downfield. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan.
Such a well-designed play here by this offense to find a way to get the ball to the gifted tight end. He's got the size, he's got the speed, he's a difficult matchup, and here he shows he's got the speed to take it all the way into the end zone for that touchdown.
Here's the snap, looking to throw. And he'll make it into the end zone for 2, cutting the lead to 15.
Oh, how about this call? They completely spread the defense out with this empty set. 5 wide, not even the option to hand the ball off, and they still get it done. Great timing by the quarterback and his receiver.
And they recover the onside kick. Looks like they've been practicing that one.
Well, now that we're in this second half, Chris, you're limited on how many possessions you can get to get back into this game. And I think they needed to get something to get them going. Now you steal back some momentum. Let's see what they can do with this.
And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. The passing game was so effective in the last possession. Right down for a touchdown. We'll see if the defense can make adjustments. Receiver makes the catch. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a 1st down. The drive stays alive with that completion for a 1st down. And that completion, Kirk, puts him over 300 yards passing today.
Yeah, anytime a quarterback has a day like this, really it all has to come together with the offensive line play, the receivers running these great routes, and he's just in sync. He's kind of in that zone right now, and he'll be the first one to tell you how much his teammates have helped him out today.
Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Going to try to use his legs here. And they bring him down, but that's enough for a 1st down. As the clock runs down here in the 3rd quarter. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Trying to extend the play. Here's a shot toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Wolverines.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you have to do is get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Lets it fly to the wideout. And it's caught, so the two-point conversion works. Back to a one-score game. Both still alive. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. Crucial possession. This game just got tighter. They love to play keep away, chew on the clock. How will they call it here? Goes to his right side there for the completion. And he's shoved out of bounds for the defense short of the first down marker. The offense going with the hurry up.
Chris, that's another nice pickup through the air. I thought they might be really just out to run the football here with the lead. But instead, they're electing to throw the football. Different routes, quarterbacks in the rhythm. Really, it's almost an extension of their passing game.
Big throw. That's an RPO caught on the left side. Moves the ball to 25. Good enough for a first down.
Well, the defense gets these guys to third down. They got a chance to get them off the field, and instead, they give up the first down. So the clock will continue to move, and the defense is really at the mercy of this offense at this point.
And looking to throw now on first down. Extending the play now. Quarterback gets down to avoid the tackle.
Chris, I love the patience here by the quarterback. He's waiting for something to happen downfield, but it's not there. Then you see the athletic ability to be able to pick up some good yards.
Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. Looks like LSU has the first down.
That's going to be a first down. And really, Chris, kind of surprised here in the fourth quarter not to see this defense dial up some pressure. They're just sitting back in the base, making it relatively easy for the offense to pick up a first down on the ground.
He's moving out of the pocket. Fires it on the move. Downfield shot. Falls incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there.
I love how this quarterback, Chris, is able to keep this play alive by scrambling away from that pressure, getting to his left, buying some time, just unable to connect it to his receiver downfield.
He's back to throw again on second down. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up third down. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. And he'll drop back here on third down. Got a lot of time back there. Now throws it to the right. They lost the receiver down there. He's got it for a big gain. They bring him down, but that is a huge play for this passing game. Big gain. LSU getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. And they'll just try to run some clock here, keeping it on the ground.
Great job by the running back is staying inbounds to continue to work that clock, working here in the fourth quarter with the lead. You got that defense getting closer and closer to their goal line. They are backed up, and they are desperate. They've got to make a play here. The offense just has to take care of the ball, a chance to really secure victory here.
And they convert here on third down in the red zone. This is a 4-point type of play, touchdown or field goal. Quarterback, quick throw to his right. Tackle, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs. Now a timeout taken by the defense. Serve as much clock as possible for their offense. For the offense, a chance to extend the lead, but more importantly, milk the clock here late in the game. Now, it wasn't alert enough, didn't get the playoff. That'll cost him 5 yards. Dangerous play call here after that 5-yard penalty. That's a new set of downs, and it's first and goal for the offense. Back goes in motion now. Let's see how the defense adjusts. And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown, LSU. So a quarterback who can escape and score like that, what a boost for this offense.
Yeah, quarterbacks like this who can scramble are so hard to defend because the defense is so caught up in coverage and defending the pass. By the time they realize what's happening, there's no chance of stopping him from scoring.
Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. Tried to make something happen on the return, but steps out at the 23. And the Wolverines' offense is back on the field. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. Running out of time in the pocket. And a nice gain there in the scramble. He saw an opening and tried to get there with his legs. The Wolverines will crank up the tempo. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. He's looking deep here. And that is interception number 5 as the nightmare performance continues. Going the other way, can they stop him? Not just the pick, but a big return sets up the offense in good position. Now comes the offense set to take over here. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Well, that was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
And the junior gets home, making a sack there. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. The offense was given a short field. Now can the defense come up with a huge stop here on third down? There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. And he'll loft it to the end zone. Oh, and it's picked off, a crushing mistake. And he's got some open field ahead. They can't stop him. So a great return following the pick. They're finally able to get him down.
That's the last thing that you could afford to do. Working with the lead in the fourth quarter, I thought it'd be easy throws, high percentage throws, run the football, keep that clock moving. Now you've given your opponent a chance to get back into this game.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man.
You know, it's a nice completion, but it's kind of another short game. Defense is keeping everything in front. I think the offensive coordinator's got to find a way to take some vertical shots to get some chunk plays.
Looking for the wideout. Here's another interception, but we're losing track.
Oh, you feel terrible for this quarterback. He's played well all year. He's trying to make a play, trying to force it into coverage because they need points at this point in the game to try to advance into the next round of the playoffs. puts it into coverage, and that's probably going to do it.
Fires it to the wideout. Easy throw to a wide-open receiver downfield. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down.
Man, I've really enjoyed watching this guy play all year, and it's been great to see him in person today, making good decisions, accurate throws, and keeping this offense moving.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. He's moving out of the pocket. And he'll just get rid of it.
Man, I like this play. I mean, not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. Corners back up now, playing a couple yards off the ball. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And the defense grabs him after the completion. He's just short of a first down. Well, that's a great performance in a pressure moment, but now the job gets even more exciting, even bigger as they go on to the national championship game and play for that trophy.
And this is a new era. I mean, think about the weeks, the amount of games that these guys have been able to play and be able to accomplish this, to get to the national championship. That says everything about the endurance of this football team, both mentally and physically, and they get one more hurdle to see if they can become the national champs.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Grove Street, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.